Hey, Mahlan from MemberStack here, and welcome to MemberScript 195. In this video, I'm going to show you how to add custom input validation to your forms with real-time error messages as well. So if a user was asked to enter a zip code that consists of a certain amount of numbers, and they entered anything but that, they will see an error message like this. And until they add the correct one, that error message will persist. That is the same for the phone field. If I'm asked to enter a valid phone number and I'm entering anything but that, I will see an error message like this. Same goes for the email field and the credit card field, and then a password field as well. And a user will only be able to submit this form once all of the errors have been cleared. All right, let me show you how to set all of this up inside of Webflow. In Webflow, you are going to need to add MemberScript 195, and it should look like this. If you're watching this on YouTube, the link to that code should be in the description below. And if you're watching this on the MemberStack side, then you should have already seen the code. You can either add this site-wide or on a specific page, depending on your specific use case. So on the page itself, you are going to need to add the following elements in order to make this work. You're going to have a form element, and that is going to have the attribute of data_code validation form. Within that, you are going to add a div, and we're going to start off with the zip code. For the zip code, you're going to have an input field, and you're going to have the following attributes for that input field. So one is data MS-code validation input zip, and then data validation type zip. Then you're also going to have an error message, which is going to have data MS-code validation error zip. And then you're going to have a description, and you're going to give that whatever description you need a user to see. Okay, so you're going to follow this pattern for all of the fields. Now you're going to have your phone field. And for the phone input field, you are going to have the attribute of data MS-code validation input phone. And then the validation type is going to be set to phone. And then your error message is going to be data MS-code error validation error phone. And then for emails, you are going to have an input field with data MS-code input email. Validation type is set to email. The error message is going to be validation error email. And then for credit cards, which is a little bit more complex, you are going to have the following attributes. So firstly, it's data MS-code validation input card. And then data validation type is going to be regex. And then data validation pattern, you're just going to copy and paste this pattern. And then data validation message is going to be, please enter exactly 16 digits. Okay, so the error message is going to be set to data MS-code validation error card. And then you're going to have your password field. In that password input field, following the credit card input field is also going to be data MS-code validation input password. And that's also going to be that validation type is also going to be set to regex. And then the pattern is going to be this pattern, and you can just copy and paste that pattern into this input field. And then data validation message is going to be password must be at least 8 characters. Then you're going to have, for the password input field, you're going to have the error message with the attribute of data MS-code validation error password. And once you've set all of this up, you now have a way to add custom validation to your Webflow forms. If you have any questions on this, feel free to reach out in the Slack 2.0 channel. Bye.